Okay guys, just setting up, so I will check chat in a minute or two. I'm just gonna give it a couple of minutes just for everyone to load, well, everyone to join, because I know YouTube can take a little while and we are in Mercury retrograde, so yeah, technical glitches and all, but not for us. Let's pray. Yeah, so I'm just getting some card decks out. I was literally about half an hour before, I was just like tuning in, writing up some notes, just tuning into the energy and the themes. Margot, Gemma, hey! And yeah, just tuning into the themes, because I felt like this was only going to be a small live. And then when I was like digging into it, I was like, whoa, actually, me being me, it's going to be deep. Like, there's kind of a lot we have to dig into for this month ahead. There's just like a lot going on. So yeah, it's gonna be kind of exciting, but also, yeah, a lot to take in. So you can watch this replay back. Feel free, pen and paper if you want to make notes. And yeah, new moon again is always that kind of time though. Whether anyone else feels this or not, I always do, but yeah, new moon is dark in the sky, so we're not going to see it, as I just put in that little emoji. But it is a time of inwards contemplation, a time of meditation. It's not the day or the time to be going to do something, to start something new, do anything really high energy, because if you're like me, your energy is going to be pretty damn low, and you're just going to need, you know, some time to kind of rest. And as this card says, just taking like one step at a time to happiness, you know. Rome wasn't built in a day, so we just kind of have to like take that approach with ourselves and just slow things down a little bit. So yeah, I'm just getting some card decks out, guys. So just one moment with those. But yeah, you can let me know in chat how your day, how you're feeling. Yeah, just how have things been going for you guys? Well, how is this new moon feeling for you before I get into it? Hello. If you're new to the channel, yeah, please like and subscribe, and I hope you find it helpful. I hope that we are able to help you. You're calling from Bangladesh. Wow. So what time of day is it there? Because I bet you have a time difference to us. Ooh, Gemma, that's great to hear you're feeling good and you have more energy than usual. That's great. There's always a bonus when that happens. Yeah, Margot, low energy. Oh, I'm feeling you on that one. Guys, I had to like take an afternoon nap for like 2.5 hours today. And you know when you just get into such a deep sleep that you're like, whoa, where did I just go to? Like, what just happened? So yeah, the energy for me, it's funny, isn't it? But it always affects everyone a little bit differently. So, gotta drink a lot of water too. So, time to get the notes going, guys. I prepped for you guys. So, let's just take a moment to ground. Okay, so it is the new moon in Leo. I actually thought it was in Cancer, but I don't know. Online was saying Leo, so I'm like, okay, maybe it switched today. But first thing on topic, guys, did you or did you not know? But now you're gonna, we are in Mercury retrograde, okay? So Mercury is obviously that planet of communication, and when it's retrograde, that means it's going backwards. So yeah, things can get a little bit lost in translation, as they say, and it can just cause a bit of trouble, a bit of delays. So yeah, that's the first thing I'm gonna touch on, because I feel like it's really relevant. And I've been speaking to multiple people and it's just come up, or like things have happened in conversations, and yeah, and I'm like, wow, I can really see this, like this effect that it's having for people. So we're only just into it. Obviously it will last all throughout August till like the end of August. Yeah, we're England. I'm in England, okay? I can just see that in chat, so I'm just responding. Yes. Yes, so Mercury ends the end of August, so we've got a couple of weeks of it, okay? So, for instance, if you have travel planned, that you may experience delays or setbacks. So if you're traveling anywhere, even if it is literally just like a shortish journey or something, just give yourself a little bit of extra time, okay? Just ground yourself before you go out and give yourself more time, because delays can come up with travel. Okay, even like with post, you know, I had it, for instance, on Saturday. I waited in for hours because it told me online, like, your delivery is going to come today. So I was like, okay, and it was at a different post location, so I thought, that's strange, that's a glitch straight away. But, you know, you still think, oh, I'll wait in because it says to. Well, I should have tuned in a bit harder, because then I spent hours waiting in, and then nothing arrived, and then the next day it updated that then it had reached my area, but it would be coming on Monday. So let's just see if it does show up tomorrow. But that is a classic example of Mercury retrograde. It kind of just causes a bit of havoc and confusion, and yeah, just expect the delays, but it's also teaching us just to have that little bit of patience as well. So yeah, also communication, how you're expressing yourself, what you're saying. You know, sometimes it can come in the form of miscommunication. Maybe arguments may come up a little bit more, or just like, you know, disruptions. Yeah, I kind of found it like today, conversating, people just weren't getting my sense of humour, or what I would say would just rub them up the wrong way. And I'm like, but I'm not saying anything wrong, or can't you see that's funny kind of thing. Yeah, it just wasn't landing. So, you know, another example again there. You may also find, like, with electrical glitches, or internet technology, things like that. So they always say on a Mercury retrograde, it is good to back things up as well, because that can be a thing. Like, even I was just watching a series over the last couple of days, and then it would randomly out of nowhere be like, there's an error, you can't watch the next one. And I'm like, guys, you cannot do that to me at this current state. I'm addicted and I need to watch the next one. And I would constantly like be closing it, restarting it, closing it, restarting it. The series still, the next episode wouldn't play, and I'm like, remind yourself. I was like, yeah, we're in Mercury retrograde, this is a retrograde thing. So yeah, you might get those kind of electrical and technology glitches. I mean, any of you guys, if you're watching, if you've been having any Mercury issues so far, I know it's really early in, but you can just let us know in comments. I mean, I'm sure it'll be funny to hear. Maybe not so when you've experienced it, but yeah, setbacks, delays. So that is just reminding you to take a step back and just to reevaluate things. And it's just really important to take notice of what is actually unfolding in your life at this time as well. And you may also find another theme that can come up is like old traumas can come back up for healing. That's definitely a thing in retrogrades, like things we think we've put to the past, but actually they may come back up again for us to kind of heal on. You might even find it difficult to just get tasks completed and to get things done during this time. But, you know, my advice as well is just, as I say, triple check everything, take more time, ground yourself more. You know, plan ahead, take a lot of walks in nature, move your body, and meditate, because that helps the energy flow. And when you're more grounded and in balance, you'll find less things are imbalanced around you. Okay, so it's when you're not so grounded that, you know, these disruptions can have more of an impact on you, so to speak. But yeah, deep breathing as well, that's really powerful, because a lot of the time, and whenever I say this, I'm breathing, but actually, how often are we just actually focusing on our breath and the oxygen we're taking in, and connecting to that mindfulness in that moment? So even if you just do a couple seconds of that, that's really powerful. And also, this is a time to just slow things down a bit. It's not the energy, which will tie in when I get into the numerology of this month. It's not the energy to be like, whew, full speed ahead. It is just a slow down and take it easy kind of time. Also just an important message not to like engage with exes or, you know, people from the past that may come back up. That can be a theme for quite a few people that maybe have unfinished business or just like haven't fully cut cords or shut doors. That can happen in a Mercury retrograde. People can re-pop back up. So it is important to remind yourself if that's happening and when that's happening. We're in retrograde, so they don't really want you, okay? It's just the planets are going backwards. So yeah, stay focused with that, okay, guys? So that is just basically my little bit of a rundown on the kind of retrograde energy for you guys, because yeah, that's just going to be a big theme this month. Okay, I just feel like this month actually energetically there is a lot going on. So we got the new moon, then we got a full moon, we're in Mercury retrograde, then there's something called, like, I don't know if people have heard of it, but it's like the Lionsgate portal, which falls on the 8th of the 8th, and we're in a universal 8 year. So that can be pretty intense, you know? So that is another energy kind of shift basically we're going to have take place. So again, because it's an energy portal, that just means there's more incoming energy. So again, how you may experience that, some people may be more energized, some people may struggle with that more, need more sleep, you know, there's a lot that can be going on. I'm just reading chat. Yes, basically SB is saying, I don't want to know karmic. I'm guessing that's referring to the point we made about exes or people from the past in Mercury retrograde, dancing the past karmic memories out of mind and body, shaking it off. Literally, dance is super powerful because, as we said, movement of body, yes, that can be exercise, but not everyone likes typical like gym or exercise type thing. Dancing is actually really powerful. And you know, like a top tip, if you're like not in a great state or mindset, you know, if you just get up and put some music on and dance, like your energy will just shift. Okay, that is, I know it's really hard to say, but it's just a thing straight away to just do. You can just switch up the energy just like that through dance. So thank you for mentioning that, because yeah, dance is super powerful. SB, I'm just checking if you're new on our call or if you're already subscribed on my channel. I'm just intrigued to know. SS, hey, how are you doing? I'm okay. I was just saying at the beginning of the call, like, I'm just feeling this new moon energy. I feel it more. I've been feeling a bit more tired. So, you know, but just had to have a nap before because I had to have energy to still come and do this live for you guys today, because I thought, oh my god, no, I've posted it on my channel, like I have to show up for you all, because if I don't, like, it's just not good. And I thought, I didn't want to let anyone down, so I did want to show up for you. SB, yes, been practicing to switch the energy quickly. Yeah, so dance definitely helps with that. So next bit I'm kind of just going to get into, because this is going to be a big theme this month. So in numerology, which is one of my passions, it is a universal 7 month, okay? So we get that by calculating 8 plus 8, 8 being the month of August, 8 being the 2024 energy. That equals 16, which is a challenge number, guys. So August could be a little challenging, also known as a karmic number. But yeah, the main vibration of that is 7 energy, okay? Let me just, before I get into it, SS is saying yes. She's also really exhausted today. SB, I'm new. It's my first time coming across a reader from the UK. Oh, wow. Okay, well, hey, welcome. I hope you have a great time here. Yeah, I may do some mini reads at the end. I've got my card decks out and stuff. So, but yeah, new moon energy is, I do lives on the full moon, which my energy will be a little bit more for that. But yeah, feel free to join the channel. Hopefully you'll find it helpful. I mean, lots of videos on here, and just, yeah, I like building up a community space where people can just join us. Every new moon and full moon I do the lives, some little additional ones in between. So yeah, because it's this universal 7 month, this means it is a big time for life path 7. So if your life path, like aka your soul purpose, equals a 7, there's different variations of those 7s, but yeah, this is a big month for you. Or if you have like 7 numerology, say in any of your other numbers or your name, that will just mean this is a heightened time for you. You know, it can create a time where you're more forefronted to things. You may be experiencing things more on the higher side or the lower side of that 7 vibration, which I'll get into. And yeah, it's just quite a big, you know, point for you guys out of the year, you know. So an example again, so if for instance your life path was a 7, let's say it's not, let's say your soul urge number was a 7, that would mean there would be more of an impact on the relationship area, because soul urge number is a relationship thing. So there'd be more of an impact on the 7 through the relationship part of your vibration, shall we say. But yeah, I know, because there's a few 7s that I believe maybe on the live anyway that I know. So I know this is a big month for you guys. So I'm here for you if you need me. But yeah, themes of the 7 energy, because this is interesting. But even if you're not a life path 7, these are going to be the themes of the month, okay? But how you experience them, the intensity, will all depend on, like we say, if you have 7 in your vibration or not so much. But it may even be from people around you, and also there'll just be that universal vibration of it too. So themes, it is an inwards energy, okay? 7 is more of an alone energy, okay? 7 energy can be quite private too. It's not unusual for life path 7s to be more private and more inwards, sometimes even quite misunderstood, yeah, because they hold things in more, or they're just more inwards in their minds, you know. It's a time of focusing on spirituality, or even religion if that applies to you. But 7 is also that number that is strongly connected to spirituality. Okay, on the flip side of that kind of being alone, sometimes some people like that and embrace that, but it can also bring feelings of isolation or feeling very separated, you know, separated from others, separated from the world. And then when you're already in quite a lonely state, that can amplify that, you know. Like, I live in a 7 energy home, and yeah, it's not the social one. Like, it is a very alone energy. Do you get what I mean? So it's inwards. Like, it suits it if you like that, or you're on a deep kind of path or spiritual journey. But if you're not, and you're craving that kind of community or sense, the 7 may be quite conflicting for you. But yeah, it's deep thought, because it rules, you know, the mind. It's the top of the head, the top of the crown. Like, just before the call, I thought, hey, I'm putting my hair on top of my head. We'll get into hair soon, because that is a 7 thing too. But yeah, it's also that time, deep thought, deep reflections, like real inward reflection. So let's say like you're in a relationship or you have a family this month. You're probably going to feel like, you know, people just need to be kind of a bit on their own, a bit of alone time, you know, going inwards, what's coming up within for you to work on. So yeah, reflection, thoughtfulness, it can either bring that calm or that chaos energy, okay, depending on which side of the 7 you're vibrating through, because just everything is energy. Numbers are energy too. So as I say with numbers, this is why numerology can be conflicting, because often people just talk about, like, as I call it, the higher side of that number, like the higher potential. But actually, we as humans, one day we can have an up day, one a down. So we're constantly vibrating through the different kind of the lower side, the higher side, or the challenge side, as some people call it, of those numbers and that energy and vibration. So yeah, you might feel quite calm this month, or you might feel, hey, this month is just chaos for me. But it is connected again to your higher chakras. Last month was the 6th chakra, so our third eye. So there is a lot, just I feel, for people at the moment mentally. You know, mental struggles is quite a theme. It can be. Matters of the mind, you know. But some important kind of notes to make on this, or just to take, is the 7 energy. Oh, talking of 7 energy, and she jumps on the call. Tanya, what a time to join. I can see you. Were your ears ringing? Because we're just talking all about this 7 energy for you. And I know you are a 7. So this month is, there we go. As I was talking about the calm and the chaos, she jumps on. And as she's saying, it is currently chaos. Life path 7. I know this is a big month for her anyway, but yeah, this is an example of how it goes down, guys. So I'm going to keep going through this, Tanya. So like, these are just the themes, as I'm just saying, about this 7 energy for this month. But because you're obviously a 7, you're going to be feeling this more intensely, okay? So it is about having that trust, being able to trust the universe and the divine. That is one of the biggest goals to learn as a life path 7, but also mastering this 7 energy this month for us all, is we can't control everything. We have to trust the universe and the divine. SB, fire and water works together. Well, yeah, water is actually hugely connected to the 7 energy too. It's also that feeling of oneness, okay? They're themes of it too, of that 7. We have to feel that oneness energy. But if it's unbalanced, on the imbalance of that, you know, people may feel very lost, very alone, very isolated, really confused, and maybe just lacking faith, or even lacking their purpose. So you'll know if you're feeling imbalanced through that, okay? You may feel a lot more depressed, like you just don't know your purpose. You feel like you have no faith or no hope. On the flip side of that, it's learning to have that trust in the universe and the divine, and that things will happen for you. Also, another 7 thing can be, if it's unbalanced, is feeling dissociated, not in touch with your body. Do you know what I mean? Just completely dissociated from the body and just very up here, or literally away with the fairies, away with the clouds, however people may express that. But yeah, dissociation is a big thing. It's also something I've suffered with a lot of my life, even from childhood. I dissociate a lot, but it's like a way to, I don't know how to say it. It's like you're escaping your current reality, because maybe the current reality is you're not able to deal with it. It might be traumatic, it might be painful. So the body's way can sometimes be to dissociate, and then it can end up in a learned thing that as we go through life, it's like, yeah, so there could be people there in front of me or whatever as an example, but in my mind I'm going off somewhere else. Or there's all these other thoughts or things, like it's dissociating. So then you're like, oh wait, actually I'm here. Like, yeah, dissociation is a huge thing. So that's something to look up on the flip side of the 7 energy. It's also connected to violet, that purple colour. My favourite colour, literally. Oh my God, I'm going to show you guys. Got my hair. Don't look at the hair in the brush, sorry. I shouldn't have said that. But yeah, we've got a purple brush. Even like, look, my phone colour's purple. Like, look, card deck here. Purple. Like, I love purple. I think my bedroom's purple. My bed's even purple. Like, guys, I just love purple. But that's a way to heal the crown chakra too, is to embrace that purple colour. So you could have purple foods, purple clothes, purple accessories. You know, colour is healing. That's a huge thing too. But it's also about, a huge theme for you 7s will be as well, and the theme of this month is releasing doubt and welcoming that faith and feeling just connected to the universe as opposed to separated from it. Because, you know, maybe we don't fit in with the people around us, the world around us, the family around us, the friends, but on a deep kind of level, we are connected, whether it's to planet Earth, planet somewhere else. Like, there's a purpose and a reason we're all here. So it's just about welcoming that faith and that connectedness. Also, natural healing is really powerful. The power of water, okay? I think someone did just mention that on the live. The power of water, especially for 7s, oh my God, like, it's just something you need to know. So if you have like a lot of 7 energy in your charts, or it's your life path, oh my God, guys, water for you. So even if this month you can go swimming, if you can't, or you don't swim, or trip to the sea or something, if you don't, even just a river or a lake, just go sit by it, go sit and meditate, clear your mind, even just have a bath. Like, water is super powerful for you guys. Yes, I think it was you said about the fire and the water. So water is a 7 element, okay? So that's a huge thing this month too. On the flip side, if, you know, it's not healing you, it may cause, you know, sometimes issues like with water in the body or waterworks, you know. As I said, in a 7 energy home, the only kind of issues I've ever had in it have been to do with the plumbing. So you see how everything is kind of connected. So that's a huge thing. But yeah, when you're balanced and you're in one, you are open, you're open-minded, you are spiritually connected to yourself, connected to that inner sense of wisdom, you're creative and you're focused. So that's on the higher energy side of that 7. Now it is, when we say chakras, they're the energy portals within the body. You know, there is the main 7 most people talk about, but they do go up to probably like, you know, the 11th kind of chakra to the higher chakras, but you have them all over your body basically. But yeah, the crown, so that is the top of your head, okay? That's what's going to be focused on this month, and for 7s throughout your life. So the top of your head, and as I said at the beginning, I just felt like I just had to shove my hair up because I felt like it needs to be up here. So obviously I'm tuning into that crown chakra energy, but that is also connecting to the brain, to the spinal cord, to your pineal gland, which then connects also to the 3rd eye. Your nervous system, hair and skin, they are all themes this month too, from the crown chakra. Margot, you're also saying, yeah, weird, you're having the plumbing problems right now. They are also connected to your emotions. Can I just say that? So when I've had issues before and my toilet suddenly has issues or doesn't want to flush properly or is giving me issues, I have to just tune into myself and be like, okay, what emotions are coming up that I'm stuffing away or not dealing with, or that I need to address. So another powerful tip I do with that sometimes is I just run my shower, I go in there and I just stand under the water, and sometimes then I just allow myself to like feel emotion, and then I might just cry. But I use that as that energy just washing down me to just be like, you know. So yeah, there may always be that connection between you and the plumbing too. Sorry to say it, but like, tune into it. But I have to laugh, yeah, because the synchronicity is spot on. SB, will I get more downloads? Yeah, of course, if you're tuned in. Yeah, and like I said, because there's a lot of energy things going on this month, and with that Lionsgate portal energy too, yeah, so if you're in your head a lot, just really focus on connecting back to nature and grounding. Sounds so simple, sounds so easy. Or even just like that water, using it to cleanse you and help you connect. So you feel the water on your skin, so instantly then you're more out of your head and, okay, I feel this on my body, right, okay. So that ties into that dissociating too. They're just ways to bring you back and be more present. So yeah, so it's all about that nervous system, the hair, the skin, the brain. So yeah, hair is a big thing, which I'm going to talk about, and that kind of ties into culture and tradition. So these, of course, I'm just going to say it, guys, these are some of my beliefs, okay? They may not be for everyone, and that's fine, but I just share what comes to me and what I find relevant. So me, my hair is probably nearly right down, all the way down my back, okay? I love long hair, but I also think short hair is amazing on people too, or no hair. Like, it's just my preference and my kind of culture is like, my hair is an extension of my crown chakra, so I like to keep it long. That's just me. I haven't cut it for years. The only thing I'll do is trim off the ends, okay? But everyone will have their own kind of cultural beliefs on hair, and in some cultures or traditions it's going to be slightly different. Hi, welcome. Yeah, we're just talking about culture and hair at the moment currently. Okay, so yeah, I keep it long because I feel like then that's more of my connection to it. I also feel like it's very sacred, because if we look back in history, you know, whether it be through slavery, through world wars, repression, imprisonment, it was a way to harm people and to get rid of their freedom by stripping them of that. So cutting their hair, shaving their hair, like, you know, in Nazi concentration camps, they would shave their whole goddamn bodies. They would all have to be bald. It's so evil, right? And that was a way to take part of them away and suppress people. Even when people go into prisons and stuff, you know, like they sometimes they will shave their hairs, and, you know, probably more so back in history, but they might not have been allowed certain hairs. So that is a way to, I believe people were repressed, okay? And that's why it's a form of then stripping freedom. Okay, so that's why, again, to me, it's like it is sacred. But again, everyone's choices, but there is a lot of history on that, or in a lot of other cultures, you know, different hairstyles, different things they can do is an expression of your creativity. Do you get what I mean? Like, it's an expression of you. So if that was stripped from you, it's blocking that. So that all ties in to that. So there's some of my points on why I personally don't cut it. But if you do cut your hair, guys, or if you've decided to, like, this is another thing, right? So if I used to have a friend, okay, I don't think she's watching, but I'm going to share it. And she used to, all the time, she would just, and I'd be like, how many times can you change your hair? Whether it was a different wig, a different weave, like sometimes she'd just shave it all off, like different colors, all the time different. But if you look at that, it's constantly recreating oneself, constantly a new start, something different, a change. So it does represent as well, if you change your color or your hairstyle, it can really show about a new chapter. You're stepping into that new energy. You're wanting to be rid of something and you're starting something new. So there is also that element to tie into it as well, guys. So like if I suddenly decided, hey, tomorrow I'm gonna cut it all down and be blonde, like that would be a really, I think, a complete different step in my life, and it would show some real like change and transformation going on internally, but then it is expressed outwardly. So again, or the same if someone is having problems with like their hair or their scalp or anything connected to this area, again, internally something else is going on. And it is going to be connected to their crown chakra, to the universe, to having faith in it. Maybe they've just lost complete faith in life and the universe and everything going on around them. So that is going to be a huge thing as well, 7. So if anyone does anything crazy with their hair this month, I want to know. Let me just check back through the chats. Anastasia, hey girl. Okay, Gemma says she's growing mine again now. She cut it off last year to get rid of all my years of hair dye. You see, embracing my natural self now. So that is completely like that, a new start again. So getting rid of something that wasn't her to now embrace her natural self. So yeah, that's incredible. Even the greys. Oh my god, I'm loving that you're embracing that. Okay, I have to laugh, right? Because I literally did my roots like maybe the other week, because I was getting a few greys come through, and it wasn't annoying me too much, but I was like, I don't think I want to look at those right now. So that was, yeah, I kind of did that. It wasn't natural, guys, sorry. But so what does that represent? Like, maybe there's a part of me that I'm not fully accepting myself. You know, I can guide everyone, but I also have to then look within, and yeah, maybe there's a part of me that there's that bit that I'm like, no, it's the perfectionist in me. I want something to look perfect when it's not. Let's read. SS, I had long hair, but I shaved my head off for some reason. I was disgusted by them, and it was very freeing. So again, you can see how like it can be really liberating for people. But it's also like so transformative. Like, it's a huge thing. Or some people say it, don't they? Like, when people end a relationship, like they suddenly will cut their hair or change their hair, because it's like then they're going into a new chapter. Margot, interesting. Tanya, exactly, Tanya, you just literally dyed yours the other day, and like it was the beginning of your power month, and I'm like, what are the chances of this? So I was so happy when I saw that you dyed it. I mean, it looked amazing, but I just thought, whoa, the synchronicity is crazy. Margaret, I was going to get mine cut soon. Guess it's a good month for it. There we go. I wonder if hairdressers would actually be more busy this month, guys. Like, it's got to be a thing. Or it might just be as well that theme, it brings people to, there may be something on their hair they're focusing on, or a change, or something new they want to try. Like, yeah, maybe try a new start. Try something different. I wanted to get put back in my hair, which I had done the other year. They were like strands. And they were like, it's like tints, well, no, not tinsel, they were just like kind of strands, but they just kind of got like little weaved on, and then it was like, they were kind of like goldeny bronze ones. I only had a few running through my hair, but it was so different, and I hadn't really seen anyone with it before. And I felt like it was really magical, but yeah, I didn't get a chance to get it done, but I want to get that done again. So maybe that will fall this month happening, if not maybe next month. But yeah, I definitely wanted to try it. The other 7 thing theme, right, is your skin. That's also connected to the 7 energy. So is the hair, the skin. So when you look at skin, so if anyone gets any flare-ups with skin problems this month, again, tuning back into like what's going on with that, because the skin is the boundary between yourself and your environment. So if something's flaring up in your skin, you've got to look at the environment and what's going on around you, because skin problems can often represent that like lack of feeling safe, or safe in your own expression, or even just the harshness of the world or the environment, or something in your environment that is causing you harm or is not agreeing with you. It may come out like in a skin thing. Like you're not going to see it because of the light on here, but it was on this palm, and I wanted to look it up actually on my palm what it meant, but I just started getting like the skin almost just started peeling, and like a few little blisters under the skin. Then on one of my feet, I always get blisters and eczema, and I'm like, but it's always on my left side only. So I'm like, and that apparently is to do with like incoming spiritual energies and stuff. So I've done reflection, I think I know, but that's been ongoing for years, and I'm like, whoa. So yeah, when you think about it, your inner world versus your outer world. Hormonal one. Okay, Gemma, my skin is not great. Blackheads for years. Hey girl, I relate. Large pores. I don't wear makeup, but still not great. And that can sometimes be, we just have to like, sometimes it's again accepting like we're not going to be perfect, and we have to love ourselves no matter what we're like, Tanya, makes sense. Mine's been bad the past few weeks. Okay, yeah, but yeah, again, like environment, what's going on, like there can be a lot, so then it can get reflected in you. Gemma, had a breakout of little spots too that I don't usually have. Ooh, that's interesting if you don't normally get them. So yeah, skin, that's definitely one to look at. Natural clay masks though, I've done 2 of those over the last couple of weeks, and they really help close my pores down, and my skin felt way softer afterwards, and I've noticed like the pores are less. But I also get it like blackheads and stuff too. Ugh, so annoying. But I definitely noticed it when I was younger. So if any of you are younger, or you've got like teens and stuff, that can be a typical thing, because it's like, I know obviously it is down to like hormonal stuff, but if we actually look at it, it's them teenage years can be really difficult to learn to express ourselves into the world. So when there can be that fear between like expressing yourself into your environment, no wonder like teens can often then have the skin problems at that time. SS, people were kind of rude towards my hair. They were silky smooth. They would just play with them, untie them, touch them without asking, and I needed to get rid of all that. Ooh, so that's interesting. So people were a certain way towards your hair that obviously wasn't right and you didn't like, so then you got rid of the hair. Now that's deep. Like, thank you for sharing that with us though, but that's really deep when we look at it like that. Yeah, I see that a lot sometimes. Like, people can be really fascinated by hair, or people of like, say, a different background to them, they can get really fascinated by their hair and stuff, and it's like sometimes it's appropriate, sometimes it's really not. Because I'd be a bit like that. I don't mind someone like, say if they said like I had my hair out or whatever, and they were like, oh, your hair's lovely, but then if someone started being all like touch, it's like it is an invasion. And if we look at what that's connected to, your crown chakra and stuff, like, yeah, you're not going to want people on your precious energy or like necessarily, you know. And also, I don't know if it's a theme, I don't know if like 7s, if you're going to be better with hair or doing stuff with people's hair or crown chakra, because it's connected to that. So that's something you could be healing in yourself, but then you could then heal in others. Like, I know if Tanya's still on the call, I know you're really good with hair, aren't you? And like doing hair, so that's really interesting. Yeah, Gemma, you can just get natural clays, just put a bit of water in and then you can put it on. Tanya's put, yeah, Leash hates when people always touch her hair and she feels so uncomfortable. It is a thing, SS. I'm glad you brought that up, because I do feel like that ties into that, what we were talking about, like the culture and the themes and traditions and stuff, and just in general, people's hair. It's like, you wouldn't really go up to someone and start stroking their face. You wouldn't go up to someone and start stroking their skin or their hand or their leg or their foot. So why do people like think it's okay to like to touch their hair? Like, just, I don't know. Like, get a cute fluffy animal and stroke that instead. Like, it definitely is a weird, like, yeah, I feel you on that. And then again, same way again, if we look at some cultures and traditions, they actually will cover their head or their hair completely, men and women. So again, I do feel like that is also that layer of kind of almost privacy. And like, you know, their crown, they're definitely, because it's a 7 thing, I would say their energies are probably a lot more inwards, not so outwards into the world. If that area is covered, whether that be like with a headscarf or whatever, that would definitely show to me more of an inwards or more of a private kind of energy. So see how when you start looking into it quite deep, it's definitely a topic, guys. It's a topic. And what am I remembering now? It's like, I did read in one culture too, it was to do with like the longer the hair would be, because it's your spiritual antenna, therefore, and I believe this too, you're more sensitive, so you'll pick up on more because it's connected to your crown. Let's say if you're out then, like, you may feel something approaching your energy before, because your hair it's an extension of your energy field, you know. The longer the hair goes out, and then you can pick up more things like, you know, around you or on your energy field, or like danger, or, you know, because it's an extension of it, so you feel it more. Interesting stuff, right? Now, back onto this new moon in Leo, okay? So I'm just going to talk through some of the themes of this Leo energy, because I did do my notes, guys. So yeah, new moon in Leo. So that Leo energy is really bringing us, it's fire energy, of course, to start with, but it's making you explore being you, okay? It really wants you to connect to your heart and like, what is you being you? and your heart's desire. Okay, that's what it wants you to connect to. Like, what's really going to set your heart alight? What's going to make you happy? So it's about opening your mind and leaving your comfort zone. They are big themes this new moon. And letting go of self-consciousness, self-doubt, like that lack of confidence, because that Leo energy and its strong point is all about confidence. So definitely, you know, spend more time doing what makes you feel true joy in your heart. And if you don't know what that is, then that is maybe a theme for you to explore, journal a bit into, set an intention that you want to know what it is, find your inner happiness, you know, and the answers will come to you. You got to, it's finding that zest for life, and embracing that self-confidence, because it's also connected to the solar plexus area. So yeah, it's connecting to that energy, and in solar plexus, this top of the stomach bit, in that high vibration, that is all about being self-confident, optimistic, passionate, joyful, happy about life. On the flip side, lacking confidence, lacking personal power, lacking boundaries, you know, drama in a bad way, you know, it's all the negative side of that. So one thing I can recommend at this new moon to do, which will be really powerful to embrace some of this like Leo energy, I'm actually going to try do it, is actually having like a herbal bath cleanse. So get all your candles. If you've got yellow or orangey kind of candles, you can put herbs in your bath, you can have crystals around you, but the intention will be to clear any negative thoughts, whether that's through affirming it, like I want to, you know, negativity to leave me, self-doubt, insecurities, lack of confidence, just affirm that out loud even. Or maybe you just want to visualize it being swept out of your energy field, hoovered up and out. They can be really powerful ways. You know, spend 20 minutes, half an hour, just again, because it's seventh thing, being in that water energy, super powerful, super healing. And as someone mentioned too, that fire sign energy with the water, it's, you know, fire and water energy, it does go. But yeah, and then as you come out of the bath, something you can try is just to air dry naturally. And when you're doing that, just focus on, you know, your breath. Focus on actually breathing, and that will get you into a really calm state. Okay, SS put, I'm getting an ultrasound tomorrow because I'm in pain in my solar plexus. That's interesting. I would actually say to people, when, obviously, yeah, medically you may want to get it checked out, but when you're getting pain there, you need to look at who or what is drawing from your energy. Because I say to people, if you're ever uncomfortable, even people don't realise they do this, because I do it sometimes, you know, like this, we do this, you put your hands across the top of your stomach, or if you're around new people sometimes, or you're in a situation or you're out, and like people just naturally go to do it, because actually what you're doing is you're protecting your personal power. So I would also say to you is just to look at calling all your energy back to you, because energy leaks, if you're an empath or someone that's really sensitive, energy leaks can come out through the top of the stomach. Also, if you're anxious about something, if you're not trusting your gut. You know how many years I had gut problems? I'm going to put my light on because I don't know if you guys can still see me. That's a bit bright. Oh my god, the cat toy just went off on its own. Did you hear that? It's doing it again. Okay, spirit is definitely trying to tell us something. But yeah, it's, if you're an empath too, that's where you'll feel it. If you're not trusting your gut about something, like I've had terrible anxiety states before, if I'm not trusting my gut, or if something's making me feel really anxious or uncomfortable, or sometimes being around the wrong people, or even an environment that's not suiting you. Energy vampires, literally, okay, they're not going to walk around like a vampire, but there are people like that that just draw from other people's energy because they cannot obtain energy themselves from source. Like, when I say source, you know, natural ways, through the universe, through meditation, through diet, through the earth, through healthy practices. Some people can't do that, so they don't always know, you know what I mean? Like, it's not like they're purposely walking around. Some will, but they don't realise, and what they do then is they see someone with nice energy or whatever, and then they'll just zap it out of them. You know, maybe it's through arguments with you, maybe it's through rubbing you up the wrong way. Like, there's so many ways people can draw from your energy. But SS, I would really look at tuning into your solar plexus. Maybe just lay there tonight and just meditate, put your hands on that area, ask for any energy that's not yours to be removed. literally rub your hands like this, feel the heat and healing. If you've got anything yellow, place it on that area. You're saying spot on, all that I say spot on. Yeah, so again, it's connecting you. So again, it's not to say you're wrong to go to a hospital to get it checked, but personal power, that is that. You have personal power. You can heal yourself. You will know, hand on heart, tune into your body. But I think look at your environment, who you're around. Because I had it before, being in like bad relationships. Why was my stomach always playing up? Because my gut was telling me, but I was ignoring it, you know? So our body communicates to us when something isn't right, or something's going on. Even then I started itching my arm for you. I felt like, yeah, something or someone probably is getting under your skin as well. But yeah, that's a huge thing. So yeah, if you've got a yellow crystal, anything like that, just lay it on there. Even just do the bath tonight or something with water if you can, or a shower, and just ask to have that cleansed off you, because that's going to be powerful. Okay. So yeah, with this Leo anyway, being fire sign, it's about finding your zest for life, what sets you alight, literally. We've got to tune into that, and that's going to be a theme. So intentions as well, intention on how you're going to find that, what sets you alive. Because a lot of the time we don't know. Like, I've gone through life not knowing my purpose for how long, or what I like or what I enjoy. And then sometimes you have to go through it and make that conscious effort to be like, hey, I'm going to connect now. What's for me? So yeah, you can also write your intentions on a new moon, you know, things you want to bring into your life, things you want to happen. So SS tonight, write down on a piece of paper, healing for your highest good. See how it happens. You know, you can't go wrong with that. Also, if you're into astrology, guys, you might, because I'm pretty sure, I may be wrong, so if you're more knowledgeable on astrology, let me know. But I think Leo is connected to the 5th house in your astrology. So if you find out in your 5th house what that lies under, that will be the area to apply confidence to. So like, let's just say your 5th house is ruled by, I don't know, Venus, it's to do with love. Like, that's the area you've got to find confidence in. Oh my god, the toy was talking to me again. That's so weird. So yeah, maybe that's a thing for someone on the call listening. Okay, maybe that's a message. But yeah, it is to do with your confidence and self-esteem. So look at where your 5th house is. I'm going to check mine actually, because I don't know. Or maybe it's to do with like home and family matters. That's the area you've got to find your confidence to speak up. You've got to find some self-esteem in that area. Maybe it rules your finances or work, and that's an area you need more confidence in. Maybe you've got to go after that paycheck or that promotion. You know, that will be the area. So look into that. That's my advice that I can give you guys on a bit of advice for this month and this new moon. Like, I'm hoping this is landing and resonating, and I hope it will be helpful, because I always say, when you know the theme ahead of the month, when you then go through the month isn't going to feel as crazy and woof when stuff's happening, because you can ground and be like, okay, I know these are the themes, I know these are things that can come up for me. It's just about having that knowledge, and then how you choose to use it is then entirely up to you, but it's there to help and guide people. That's why I like to share it. That's why I like to help others, because if I can help make someone's life that a little bit easier, that's going to have an impact on them, then that'll impact their family, their family's family. You see how like the healing effect can spread. So also, when I was getting my card decks off the shelf, I'm just going to share this with you. Tanya says, yeah, it makes total sense. This little book fell off. It's just a little book I have. It's Native American Wisdom, because I'm really connected to my Native American spirit team. And yes, quite a connection for me. And then this message fell out on page number 29, 11, the spiritual messenger energy. So I'm going to read you it, because again, it may make sense. It says, we do not want riches. Okay, I feel like this can be tied into 7 energy too, but yeah, it says, look at me. I am poor and naked, but I am the chief of the nation. We do not want riches, but we do want to train our children right. Riches would do us no good. We could not take them with us to the other world. We do not want riches. We want peace and love. And that says it's from Red Cloud, and it says Siox. Don't know if I pronounced it right, apologies, but that was that little bit of wisdom, and I feel like that message is so relevant now more than ever in the world, because the world is designed to constantly make us feel like money's everything. Yeah, okay, it can make your life easier, but it doesn't bring you true richness. It doesn't bring you love. It doesn't bring you true happiness. And again, when we're gone to spirit or to the other worlds or the other planets, what good is going to be $1 million houses, cars, jewelry, this and that? It's like, because the world we're in can really take us away from like our core values, our true being, and it can distract us so much with the material side of the physical world that so many of us can get lost in that, and that really disconnects you then from yourself and your true being. So yeah, I just had to share that with you. Tanya says, oh my god, I love that, and the 11 has been everywhere. Well, once you start to, sorry to break it to you, but once you start to see the 11, you're tuning into that spiritual messenger energy. It's just going to keep amplifying, because I always say, like, numbers are like, it's like cheat codes of the universe kind of thing, but it's just like a different language, and you tune into it, and then suddenly everything, the universe starts communicating to you in so many ways. Just like some people will find numbers to do that. Some people might be really in tune with animals, and that might happen. Like, it all just depends. Margot, yeah, again, wise words. And that is such a 7 thing. You 7s do from other lives, and you have a lot of wisdom. You know, you guys are actually really psychic, but you have to learn to trust it and like embrace it. You're super spiritual. So I really am wishing great things for you this month. But yeah, if you are 7 or have that energy and you're struggling this month or whatever, just reach out to me and we can help. But I've just got my card decks here, and yeah, if anyone, I'm not going to go too deep on messages today. It will just be little quick card pulls. But you know, if you want a more in-depth reading, whether that be through psychic, numerology, healing, you guys just drop me an email and you can book either like a 30-minute or an hour session. Okay, that is more in-depth, that is tailored to you. My readings are deep. Okay, I will get to the points with you, and whatever comes through always comes through for your highest good. But if you want a little mini one now, you just let me know in chat. Just put, yeah, you would like one, and yes, I will have a look at that for you. Gemma just put, her youngest is 16, 7 life path and really upset today, bless him. Oh my god, poor little angel. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me as well. Like, 7s as kids, it's like, I feel they will probably, their energy is so introverted, and I feel like they will probably have a lot of spiritual experiences, but they will also as children be really misunderstood. So I think if you understand that, you could probably really help him and support him. And the challenge side of that 16, look up the karmic side of it for sure, but it can often mean, like in life I see it play out with them, is that constant death and rebirth cycle. So like destruction of everything in their life, to the higher purpose is to kind of help them realize, hey, I have to put my faith and trust in the universe, because otherwise they keep coming across, like, you know what I mean, these challenges in life that kind of knock them down to have to rebuild and restart. But once they put their faith and trust into the universe, things, and like take up a spiritual practice, things will instantly improve for them. I hope that kind of makes sense. But yeah, don't, I'm not saying you ever would, but just on that, it's like, don't ever force them to conform. You really need to embrace who they are and what they are. Because I did see that growing up with actually my youngest sibling, and it was like she was never understood, and I do feel sorry for her. And then it was like tried to kind of like force her to conform, even to schools, you know, and I have to be careful what I say because it's live, but it just never worked for her. So like my views are like, look, if school doesn't work for them, why force them? Why send them? You know, you as the parent have to look at different ways you can do to work with that child, instead of like, no, the child should have to work around if it's not working for them. Like they are different, they're spiritual gift, they're just different. So yeah, it's just looking at ways you can help them. But again, great gifts with the 7, they can be really great with children, animals, you know, those kind of more nature and stuff. So yeah, keep them connected with earth and nature, and I think it'll be better for them. A jumper, it does, thank you, absolutely. That's my main aim for my children, to keep them original, yep, as they were meant to be, exactly. And like in that little quote from the native book, it just said it, it's like, you know, it's not to teach the kids about riches, it's actually to teach them about like love and peace and, you know, life skills and stuff. Let me go through. Okay, Tanya, we're going to do you first, okay? Let's just see. Okay, so let's just ask for Tanya's highest good. And I can literally see 7 people on live right now. 7. Okay, Tanya, I'm going to give you the date of the 17th this month. Firstly, that's just coming through to me, okay? So we're just going to make a note of that. I'm just shuffling for you. Ooh, Tanya. Jesus, Tanya, why is the whole deck falling out for you? Is that how intense your energy? Right. Oh my gosh, Tanya. Okay, the parenting card just came out. As we were just talking about those parenting things before with Gemma. Okay, so that's just going to be an area of focus for you that's probably going to come up this month. It's parenting. So again, looking at ways that are going to work for you, what's not going to work, maybe trying new things. But yeah, the parenting thing will definitely be a theme for you this month, okay? That's the first one. And yeah, probably also going back and doing like inner child stuff on yourself as well, which will then help you in your life and then following out onto the kids too. So that's your first one. And then you got the oh my gosh, the cat toy again. I can't cope with this, right? Then you got the physical activity card, which is again just showing that like movement, energy. That's going to help you stay grounded. Maybe just trying something new that you haven't tried before. But yeah, physical activity. And then you got the abundance card, which is really positive. So things are coming in abundance for you, but you also have to believe in that yourself. So you've got to believe like there is enough abundance in the whole entire world. Like don't ever go into that mindset of like, you can't have it. No, there's not enough to go around. Like there is more than enough to go around out there. Okay. You just got to believe it. So abundance, that's really positive when this card comes through. It means like a lot of good stuff is coming for you. Abundance, health, wealth, your well-being in all areas of your life. That's coming through. And then I'm just going to get you one from this deck because you're a 7. It's a 7 month. I'm going to give you one of the special ones. Not to say I'm not going to like pull these for others, but I just feel drawn. Yeah. Okay, let me see what's going to come out for Tanya. These have deep meaning though, okay? So brace yourself. Whoa, this one just flew at me. Oh my gosh. Okay, right, 2 come out. Hold on. And the art on these is beautiful. Right. First one, number 27. Look at the artwork on this, Tanya. So this says, immeasurable power of the heart way. So again, all to do with matters of your heart here. So the divine within your heart has the power to transform a situation that is troubling you. So that's a big thing you've got to remember. Things can be transformed. Whatever is troubling you, you have to ask the universe and be like, right, help me with this. Do not be intimidated or think it is too much for you or the divine to handle. You will never be given more than you can, handle, as they say. Don't allow yourself to intellectualize or analyze a situation to the point of feeling confused or paralyzed. You know that saying, analysis paralysis? It's more out of the mind into the heart. Healing through the heart or any and all issues that have plagued you or a loved one can and will happen. Let your heart feel the faith it needs to feel so that it can rest in joy. Divine healing wants to flow abundantly for you. Open up to receive it without hesitation or condition. So that's a really powerful reminder for you that whatever is troubling you in your mind and that you're really overthinking about and stressing, it will get healed for you. Okay? Just look at that image and all that beauty. Then crazy, because the next one, this is what I mean, guys, when I say I'm going to pull one card for someone, 5 cards later, but again, it's what comes out, okay? So if more came out, I have to share those messages. Again, this one is beautiful, right? And I want to first just look at this by saying, look at the young child cuddled next to like the mother energy of this, and the heart too, the beautiful place, right? Look at that, because I know what I can see straight away. So when there is something within your heart that you know you are on this planet to accomplish, you shall be given equal grace, power, talent, and ability to succeed in that mission. So look, whatever you're here to do, and you know that in your heart, the universe is going to help and support you to do that. This is the divine promise and sacred plan for you. So if a miracle is required for success, then one shall be given. Pray with courage and confidence for the rightful divine inheritance, and allow your bold heart and loving soul to believe in the beautiful, hopeful destiny. So this is, you know, again, if you're listening, also if this resonates for you, take it, because honestly, look, if you think a miracle has to happen, right, for something to happen in your life or for what you're here to do, don't limit yourself. Miracles happen all day, every day. Like, it's a thing, you know. Have you ever seen these clips online and they show you like someone's about to get run over, and then suddenly on CCTV this figure or this person appears, like jumps in the way or saves them, and then afterwards people that are there are looking and they're like, but there was no one there. Miracles happen, okay? Angels can come down. Like, the world is way bigger than Earth, okay? And this is where it's really about opening your mind and heart, as I say, to believe miracles are possible. Like, miracles can happen. Maybe you're in like the worst situation, and you're like kidnapped, and you're in an apartment, and you're like, I'm never going to get out of here. Or you're like in a really abusive place, and you're like, how am I going to survive? Pray inside and be like, someone send help. Like, it won't go unanswered. Then next thing you know, there could be a raid next door by the police, and then suddenly that door gets intercepted too, and boom, you're out of there. Like, something that, you know, your mind might not even think could be possible. Miracles can happen all the time. I know there are dramatic examples, guys. You know I'm a dramatic person, but I'm just saying. So Tanya, oh, that brought tears to your eyes. So just remember, like, how special you really are, okay? You really have to remember that, okay? So let's have a look. So yeah, beautiful, important messages. So I hope they resonate. I hope they're helpful. I hope they're just gonna, again, 17, refill you with that faith and courage that you need to have right now, okay? Right, I'm going through the list, okay? Margot, if you are still on the call, let me know. I'll just cleanse that energy. Okay, Margot, if you're still here and you would like your card, let me know. SS just said, my heart is smiling. I just saw another tarot card reader saying something very similar about the divine feminine, and just makes me so happy. I love this synchronicity, guys. Okay, Margot, let's get to you. Right, Margot, I'm going to use this deck for you first. This is a very spiritual deck. This one actually is by Kyle Gray. I don't particularly like mainstream kind of artists or people that do stuff. A bit too fluffy for me, but I just found this deck before and I came across it. I kind of like it, so it serves a purpose. So Margaret, let's see for you. Let me just write down your thing. Let's see what message they're going to give you. And thank you everyone for your patience. Tanya said thank you, she really appreciates it. You're welcome. Right, Margot, let's see. Ooh. Okay, Margot. I'll show you your card. Hold on. Right. This is an interesting one for you. Okay, you got this card come out. And okay, before I show you the card, I was literally talking about this before when we were talking about hair and how some people choose to cover it and what that resembled. Now, this card is called El Mariah, and this is about an awakening presence. And this is a message for you that the universe is with you. Wear a cloak of protection and love. I'll just let you see the card there. So spiritual protection is important at this time for you. So just ensure that you are cleansing your energy before putting on protection, okay? So that is true, like, and this goes for everyone, like, always cleanse your energy down first, you know, whether through like sage, just whether visualization, sound, water, before you put the protection on, because you need to remove what doesn't need to be there before you put protection on. El Mariah, this figure, is here with a legion of angels to help you understand where you're at now. Fire up your divine connection and detach from dramas people, places, and emotions that no longer serve you. Remember that within you, there is a mighty soul light. Allow that light to shine through your entire being. Then it says you can call on this El Mariah and his angels to surround you in a light that will keep you safe on all levels. Also know that facing fears and seeing the truth will strengthen your connection to your universal life force energy. So with that, I would say, you know, your own spirit team, especially, just call upon them for the help, the support, the guidance, but also that, yeah, you do need to protect your energy, but also just removing like the drama, the people, the things that aren't serving you, because that is going to massively draw from your energy field and take from your energy and then leave you like very depleted. So, you know, that spiritual protection is there for you to use. And it's just so funny because, again, it's like almost that layer of protection around your crown chakra too. Really interesting. But that, I feel, is a really strong message for you. So let that sit and that resonate for you. Oh, and because you're a 7, I'm going to give you one of these cards. Wow. Okay, Margot, this is very in sync because this is a tiger card that just came out for you, actually. It's number 37. Tiger, diamond, tiger of the black moon. Second chances bring success. That is a theme for you. Again, let's look at the beautiful artwork. So the message with this is not to judge anything or anyone, including yourself, okay? Really don't be harsh on yourself. And what you believe is possible based on the past. Reclaim and redirect your energy according to what matters most to you. Okay, you are stronger than you may realize. The return of strength after a challenge, second chances for success, and a brilliant intuition or insight that ends a long-lasting cycle of repeated struggle are indicated. A prophecy is given for empowered leadership, spiritual attainment, and success after previous failure, which leads to an irreversible and positive outcome. Oh my gosh. So this is a really, really positive message for you. And, you know, tigers, again, tuning into that Leo new moon energy, they're just really like, they're going to go after what they want, okay? And they have that strong energy. Like, if they fall down, they're going to get back up again. So that's really important to like embody and embrace the message with this too, that things are going to work out for you. And back to that other card, what it was saying to you too, the more you protect your energy and use that, like the world does need more of like your light and your healing too. So it's about, you know, putting that out into the world is going to be super, super powerful for you. So I hope they resonate for you, and I hope they're going to be helpful. Okay, Anastasia, was you on there? Okay, if you are still on, like, let me know and I'll pull for you next. I'll just wait for chat to load. Margot has said, thank you for the special card. I love the tiger. I know, right? It's really, really powerful. Beautiful. I even look up tiger spirit animal too, because I'm sure it's going to have like some qualities for you to take on, or that you may need during your current situation, for sure. Okay. Okay, yeah, Anastasia, if you're still here, let me know. If not, I'm just gonna go to Gemma next. I think I saw Gemma on there. Okay. Okay, Gemma. Oh my god. Oh my god, that one felt... Guys, sorry. Let me just bend... Oh, Gemma, this is a bit weird. You just got the physical activity card too, and that literally just threw out for you. I don't know if you're doing running or something, or like, I know it came out for Tanya too, but so you're just being told to get, I don't know, maybe physical activity is a thing for you right now, Gemma, but that's just definitely a theme that's coming up. They want you to know about physical activity. So, and that, to be fair, will be a good way to help ground and balance your energies. Because you're like me with the numbers thing too. Martial arts are meant to be super good for grounding and balancing our energies. So, see if that one resonates for you. Or maybe it'll just come up as a thing. Yeah. Let's see if there's any other messages for you, Gemma. I'm going to go to a different deck. I'm going to go to this beautiful deck, Sacred Cycles. These are very divine feminine cards, these, and the artwork. Ooh. Okay, Gemma. So I'm going to show you this card. Just look at this for a few moments. This is called the Luital phase, because obviously they're connected to our monthly cycles, but I love the artwork on these. Oh gosh, cat toy again. Right. So the Luital phase, number 21. Let's see what your message is with this. I definitely feel like there's some releasing to do for sure. We can see that in the cards. I know, I love the artwork though. Look. So this is about seeing clearly. See the path in front of you clearly. Really see things for what they are. I think that's really a message for you right now, I feel to say. You've got to see things for what they are, not what you want them to be. So yeah, just some background on this. So basically, after ovulation for women, estrogen dips. So while progesterone, with the big words, steps forward to take the lead during the luteal phase, with the help of progesterone's calming and analytical influence, this phase is your time for increased discernment, okay? For really seeing things for what they are. This phase is often associated with challenging emotions, okay? There is wisdom within this heightened awareness, though. So remember, those emotions are calling your attention to something. There is a reminder that your perceptive abilities are your superpower, especially at this time. That is always a message. Like, your emotions, they will tell you things, okay? They allow you to see all angles, analyze the details, and acknowledge what you deem to be in or out of alignment. So as you find clarity around what is working and what is not, you pave the way towards greater ease in preparation for the phase of releasing that Aries naturally go, like, well, that's basically menstruation, it's saying. So letting go feels not only logical, but also liberating. So look really what's working in your life, what's not. And that's going to lead you to what you need to release. So that is basically the key message of this card, is really just tuning into like everything that's going on around you, everything in your life. And when, you know, or some people call it like, you know, in your premenstrual phase, like where people get a lot more sensitive, shall we say. But that is really like, that's where the filter goes, that no bullshit filter, and you just say it, think it, feel it. You have to trust those feelings, because I feel like there's probably certain parts you're not trusting in yourself, or there may be a way you're wanting things to be, but they're not. But you have to trust what has been presented to you, and then look at a way to release that, basically. That's what that message is calling you to do. Okay. I hope that resonates for you, or it will be helpful in some way. That was a bit of a deep, interesting one. You are welcome. Okay, Anastasia, right, I'm gonna come to you because I know you're with Tanya. All right, there is one thing I've written down, but I will have to private message you because it's private. That's what I mean with reading, guys. On lives, you can only, you know, say so many things to people, because, you know, when we tune into people like psychically and energetically, things may come up that are not appropriate to say. Right. Okay, Anastasia, you got adventure card. Maybe you're going to be on an adventure. Maybe there is some adventure going on in your life. Let's see what else is coming up. Ooh, okay. Interesting. 777. Well, let's skip to this. So yeah, adventure basically just means like, sorry. Yeah, you need some form of adventure, like adventure, trying something new, doing something new. That'll work for you. 5 is all about change, movement. I think that's even your personal year that you're in. Life might just feel like an adventure at the moment for you. Or maybe there's something new you want to have, like, adventure onto. So that's something for you to sit with there, and looking at your freedom. Do you feel free? Do you know what I mean? Like, Are you feeling like you're free to do what you want, to adventure, to do what you want? And like the themes anyway, tying back to this new moon, is like what really makes you happy inside, what makes your heart light up with joy, and tie that into adventure in your life. Then you also got the spirituality card. So this, to me, when this card comes out, and it's 7, so, and it's purple, it's really calling you to look at spirituality, even if that may not be something you're more naturally inclined to do, but it's helpful to like have a base or a foundation to practice on and connect with. But yeah, you may just feel more coming up for you themes that are connected in and around the spirituality, and is to trust that, is not to fear it. That's the main thing I can kind of say to you, and that's why I loved being able to help people, because for so long in my life I went through fearing it. And honestly, I'd be like, say if I knew someone was like a reader or psychic, I'd be like, don't even look at me, I don't want to give you eye contact, don't talk to me, like yeah. It's really weird. But yeah, it's just about enhancing, you know, your connection to the divine, improving your relationship with yourself, as well as your quality of life. They're themes for you right now. You're not a human being having a spiritual experience. You're a spiritual being having a human experience. And your relationship, you know, with Source, that's how you're going to find inner peace in life. That's how you find your way back home. So that is really what's going to happen. And this card basically just means for you, it's encouraging you to celebrate and strengthen your relationship in whichever way you choose. You know, maybe that's like prayer, meditation, maybe just being in silence, you know, quiet time, a retreat, you know, somewhere like a place of worship, whatever that looks like to you. It's basically encouraging you to have some of that inner time to sit with your inner feelings and thoughts. And yeah, don't be afraid to ask for assistance, and no request goes unanswered, big or small. I always say that with like spirit, ancestors, etc. So yeah, you're really been called to have a bit of a spiritual time, I think, a bit of a spiritual awakening, some spiritual practice in your life. Like that's definitely an area I feel like will help and support you, okay? I hope that makes sense. SS said, what happened with your throat? Okay, so what happens is, because I've been talking for quite a long time, 1 hour and nearly 20 minutes, like, and also sometimes like it's that thing, it's the throat chakra, so I was wanting to say something that came to my mind, but obviously I couldn't say it on the call. And then what happened is, it's almost like I went to burp, but it like didn't come out, like so I was like, excuse me. So I think it was like, yeah, I was gonna say something and I didn't, so it's like the throat chakra was ready to, but then I had to. And also, like, yeah, my throat starts to wear down a bit now, because the spirit's probably telling me, like, Laura, you've probably spoken enough. Do you know what? It does happen. And when I talk, because I am talking a lot, right, guys? I have to laugh. If you don't laugh, whatever, you know? Okay, so let's hope Anastasia heard those messages. Let me just check back. Was there anyone else? I'm going to just look back on chat that wanted a card pull. Let's have a look, guys. There we go again. Gemma saying the cat toy is 5 energy. Yeah, something's expressing that's not been said. Or maybe like there's just a spirit for someone here that's with me, and maybe because I'm not acknowledging them or tuning into them, they're trying to get my attention. And on that note, I want to say the name Debbie. I don't know if anyone is connected or knows a Debbie, but and I just feel like I want to say clockwork, because I don't know if anyone's had an issue with their clock work, or if they're working to the clock or to a deadline. Satin ties, satin ties, or like satin kind of things I'm seeing. Like a message of like cherishing every moment. Okay, well, I do think there's some kind of spirit with me or something to do with a Debbie, but I'm not quite sure. That's interesting. Well, if that name does resonate for anyone, you can just like let me know in chat. Don't tell me anything too much more, but Yeah, and then maybe I can build up the connection, but otherwise, you know, I didn't set out to do mediumship tonight. That's the thing, but sometimes spirit has its way of trying to show through, doesn't it? So interesting. Says, yeah, don't drain yourself, especially on a new moon. Yeah, it's funny because like when I step in to do spiritual work, I do shift my vibration, so I step into it, but then afterwards I'll be like a bit ooh. But I haven't been live on here for a while, guys, so I did, you know, want to come on and do that and work with that. Okay, Anastasia, yes, you got that. Okay, you're welcome. Gemma also said Leo. Cats are just concerned. No, what it is, I don't know where my cat is. No, guys, if I showed you it, it's just weird. Like, it's a cat toy. My cat's currently drinking water. I've been drinking water. But this cat toy, no one is playing with it. So, yeah, no one's playing with the cat toy. So it was so bizarre. And I was just like, what? And it kept going off on its own randomly, and it's never done that before. It's just laying there, like none of my animals are touching it. So that's why I was just like, it's so weird, because, you know, but that is also a Mercury retrograde thing, I do believe as well, where we're at. Like, the veils can be thinner. When I say veils, it's like the like, imagine like a veil, like in a room, you've got a veil, or someone's wearing a veil down the aisle. Yeah, so you can kind of see them, you can kind of can't. It's like that in the spirit world. So while we're here on earth, it is easier for like spirit to kind of come through and make their presence just known a little bit more. Like I was saying at the beginning of the call, like all the different technology and glitches and different things we can have and communications is also where they can just come through and be a little bit more noticeable. And also things like when this Lion's Gate portal thing happened, it just makes those veils a bit thinner. Same at new moons and full moons, the veils can be thinner. Tanya, maybe you're right. Maybe the spirit just wants to have communication, me and them. Maybe, because sometimes spirits can get lost on earth too, and they need a bit of help going back, going to where they need to go to get their healing. I used to get that a lot, guys. It's called like a rescue kind of spirit release work. And sometimes I'll get it, but I chose not to really go work too much on that route because it's quite emotionally taxing. And then if you're not really balanced and grounded in your energy, it can make you a bit like, ooh, because you can start feeling all their energy. So like you can start getting really emotionally and physically affected, because you can feel their sadness, maybe their ailments or things that have happened to them. But, you know, I will try to communicate with them, and like I just call in spirit to help them to move off the earth plane into, you know, the higher realms so they can go get their healing, because that can happen a lot when people transition. I call it a transition, not a death, but I call it transition because I just feel like it's a bit nicer way to say it when they transition to spirit, because, yeah, they can get like stuck on the earth plane sometimes. Sometimes that happens, like, you know, if someone say had an accident and it just takes their soul by shock, because, you know, whereas if someone was more ill and they were, their soul, or sometimes it's a soul thing. Some souls are maybe ready to go, some aren't, or the shock of it, then they can get a bit stuck, or they might stay around their family members because they can see the family grieving and really sad, and then they want to stay with them because they know that the family didn't want to let go of them, so they can end up being trapped on earth. Or sometimes, you know, through different traumas, you know, or some are just low vibrational and they need a bit of help to move over. Do you get what I mean? So that the mediumship is more, definitely more, takes a lot more energy, guys. That's also a fact. If anyone is learning it or wanting to do it, it can be. I used to do more of it, but again, it is also connected to here because it's about channeling too, because you're channeling that spirit and energy. So also maybe that's also a message for me, is to do more, to get back into doing a bit more of that too. For sure. But like I say, it takes a lot more energy, and you have to be more, you know, a lot more grounded and stuff. But this is where numerology is very accurate, because when I've had years, say for instance, when I was in a personal 7 year, because we're just talking about the 7 stuff today, guys, I went deep. I'm in a 7 energy property anyway, and guys, I went deep. I was like so into all my spiritual stuff, learning stuff. I was watching hundreds of documentaries. I was so on my health, my nutrition. Guys, I was so deep into all this spiritual stuff. It's like such an awakening time. Like, I was really, you know, spiritual practice, anything related. I was just so, it's like, I don't want to say an obsession. I'm going to call it a way of life, because that's what it was for me. It just helped me, it healed me, it gave me my purpose. Basically, that was me finding my purpose. That's what set me alight, because prior to that, I don't think I knew it. Like, several years before, I didn't. I was a bit lost, you know. And that, it really helped me. That helped me on my path. But yeah, when I was in that personal 7 year, it's true what they say. And if people, I guess, are in families or relationships and someone is in a personal 7 year, that energy is not, it's hard, because that person will be so drawn inwards with stuff or learning or discovery. It might not just be spiritual related, but you know, they might be learning something or studying for something new, or just really inwardly reflecting on themselves or life, and also just like the universe, what exists, what doesn't. It really gets you questioning and deep in thought. And I'm very like that anyway, so I can go really deep into stuff. And yeah, I had a lot of spiritual experience. It was just crazy, guys. But yeah, to my point with that is like, that's when a lot of those things were coming in a lot more for me. And in my 6 year personal year prior to that. So it definitely had like shifts for me. Whereas like the energy I'm in now, like a 1 year, nearly going into a 2 year, it's like my energy hasn't been so on those things. So this is what shows you is like, we're always in a cycle of life, you know, we're not designed to stay just on the same things or the same thoughts forever, because life is like this. It's like up and down, waves in and out. Like we're forever evolving and changing and going through different things. So yeah, this cards have just come out too, because the whole time I've been sat here, like 3 cards are just like that. So this is also really important, guys. Like, this could be relevant for any or all of you in any way, but this is also about a spiritual partnership. So when I say spiritual partnership, that's like someone that comes into your life to help you in a spiritual kind of way, to evolve or to grow or to heal. So I feel like that message is kind of relevant for people. Maybe it's just the theme in general. And spiritual relationships, they don't have to be romantic, okay? Maybe it comes in the form of like a teacher or a friend or someone that's here to help you evolve on your path and your journey. So that's a big thing. Or it could even come in the form of a relationship, but that's going to be like a huge one. And again, I've noticed this with relationships. Sometimes people come into your life, you know, just for a short amount of time. Some are there for longer, but they're always definitely going to be there for some type of reason. But at the moment, this is coming through that there is definitely like spiritual partnerships that are going to be a thing. And 7 is also the number of soulmates, okay? That's an interesting one, guys. So maybe you'll get new soulmates coming through as well at this time. Soulmates, you know, they could be a work colleague, it could be a lover, it could be a friend. Like, you know, we're all, even just all of us that are on this call right now, we're probably all in the same soul group somewhere, because we're all connecting. I mean, there's people from all over the world, and you're like, yeah, how did we all just connect right here, right now in time and in history? You know, if we look at things on a bigger scale like that, it's kind of crazy when we look at it deep and think like that. Like, how are we all just here connect when there's billions of people in the world, you know? And you think to yourself like, whoa. You know, same way the people that I help on their spiritual paths or journeys, like there's a reason they come into your path and your existence, because somewhere there's a soul contract or a soul group, and that's kind of what we're here to do. So it is pretty magical and powerful when we think about it. Then we got the environment card too. I swear this came out last time, so it's really getting us to assess our environments. As another thing this month, it's going to help to look at our environment, what's working, what's not, and also just being more healthy. I mean, I always preach it, and I really need to apply it currently to myself. That's a whole other blog to do. There's a lot I could say on that, but I don't even want to be harsh on myself right now, guys. But yeah, environment, that's going to be super important. Like for me now, I currently feel my environment is, maybe it's the perfectionist in me, but I feel like my environment is no longer what I want it to be. It's not serving me. It's not really where I want to be. When I think about all the magical, incredible places all in the world, and then I look at where I am, I'm a bit like, I feel like my soul's destined for a bit more than this. And that's not even trying to be ungrateful. Like, I put a bit of humor on it, but you get my point. I'm not being ungrateful. I'm very blessed and grateful for what I have. But, you know, when you do think about everything that's in the world, all the beautiful places, and I feel like, because it's the green too, I don't know if anyone else relates to this, but I just feel like I need so much more greenery and open space to thrive. this is also a note, if you're on your spiritual path or you're developing psychically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, you're healing a lot, your sensitivities will increase. Now, when I acknowledged this and I was always sensitive, but then when I started using my gifts and working with them, went through different healing things myself, learned different healing things, guys, my sensitivities now are just, it's almost like it's, I want to say a bit too much, but it is a blessing. But it's how do you then manage and master it in this physical realm, which is increasingly toxic. But yeah, I feel like I need more space around me. I need more greenery. And yeah, so this environment thing, and also like if I even look back to like a year or two ago, I was being way more healthy, more organic. But again, cycles in life, things change, we go through different things, but it's kind of, I feel like getting back on track with that, because it's actually easier to be unhealthy. It's actually easier to, do you know what I mean? Live in a toxic kind of way, because that's the way the world's set up. It's harder to find it. So me currently, I'm trying to work on manifesting the right environment for myself. Where I want to be, I don't actually know, but I'm just like, I feel like my time here is coming to a bit of a close maybe, or I feel like maybe I've outgrown it, and now for me to evolve further or to heal further or to do more, I want to be somewhere else. So yeah, and even evaluating everything like I'm eating or consuming. So there may be themes again that come up for people. And Tanya put, you helped me so much even though I met you, it had nothing to do with the spiritual. Well, this is true too. You know, not everyone will connect with that, or again, even that word means different things to different people. And you know, helping and healing people in life, it doesn't just, this is also a message too for people, is like, when we talk about spiritual stuff on, for instance, this channel, yes, because that is what my channel is like aimed at in life, but for people that aren't, like, even when I talk about, say, numerology, for instance, like, it doesn't mean, like, say, my life path, for instance, it doesn't mean just because I'm here to be of service and a healer, etc. People think, oh, healer, does that mean it's going to be spiritual healing? For everyone, that can look different. Maybe someone might just be a great teacher. Maybe they're just going to be a great therapist. Like, people in life, they may not always share the same views with us, the same beliefs. And I'm not one to ever push that on anyone. Like, we're all different. We're all here to do different things in life. Obviously my beliefs and what I feel is true for me and resonates, great, but that won't necessarily be for everyone. And you know, maybe it is in life you just meet that great friend or that great teacher, or maybe just that great chef or someone, you know, that just inspires you or motivates you or helps you in life. It doesn't have to be like we say per se in a spiritual way, but you don't sometimes underestimate the impact you can have on people's lives. Hey Jalicia, I've just seen, yeah, where have you been? We started like an hour and a half ago. I was hoping you'd join us, but it's great to have you on the call. You might have to watch it back. I mean, we did a lot of talking. We covered a lot, I think, in this, for a new moon, low energy one. I feel like we did a lot. But yeah, there's just so many aspects to life, isn't there? And so many ways you can help and impact people in life. And I like to hope that I would leave that effect, like, or be able to help people. Or like, you know, they would say if I wasn't here, like next year, like, let's just say, I'm not manifesting that, I'm just saying, I'd like to think people would remember me in a way that that just left an impression on them, or that helped them in some way. Yeah, SS put, most of us are just asked to be an observer of this world, but it's difficult. See, this is it. We are literally all here for like different reasons, and it's crazy when we think about it. But we all have a purpose. Every single one of us here on Earth, even if it's just to annoy someone else, like, I don't know, or even like, it doesn't have to sometimes be so outworldly or lofty kind of thing, but we are definitely all here for our purposes, whatever that may be. Maybe it's things in our family we're here to work on or to heal, or, you know, in your community or your environment, or like you say, yeah, just observing it, just for the experience. Some people, I do believe their souls, they just come just to experience, like, what the hell's Earth? Guys, maybe is this a 7 thing, right? Do you just come to be like, what's this earthly goddamn experience? Like, take me back to some other planet or dimension, because guys, I don't know what the hell's going on. And that's another thing, I have said it on other calls, but I just feel like as time continues to pass us, and time is like kind of a bit of an illusion really, but it's passing so quick. I feel like when I look back and I'm like, damn, where did time go? It literally feels like yesterday these things or events happened. Like, time is passing super, super quick. And I'm like, the world just sometimes doesn't feel real. Like, it does and it doesn't. I think I need to probably do more videos and talk about like some of my inner thoughts sometimes, because guys, a lot goes on in my mind. And sometimes I think, God, am I like the only one that thinks like this? But I should imagine other people probably do, but it's not always so spoken about, because the inner thoughts sometimes, I mean, sometimes maybe they're meant to stay in there, but my mind can go off to all kind of crazy places or thoughts, or but then that's also when you do that and you allow yourself, not to say to overthink to that point of analysis paralysis, but you do, that's when you can connect to your true essence and your true being, and you can feel into like what is right for you, what's not right for you, and that's where your guidance and intuition and different things like that come through for you. Let's see what this says. It says, I'd recommend Leaving the Trap by Isabel Green. Is that a book? What is that? Is that a book? I'm intrigued to know. I'm writing it down, because if anyone knows me, they know I love books. I'm kind of obsessed. It's an obsession, right? So okay guys, let's do a rollback. So like in my 20s, I used to go out a lot, right? Not that I wanted to, it's just the people I was friends with, that's what they were doing. I was kind of like, I would tag along, right? I used to sometimes be like, I wouldn't say obsessed, but I would always like try and buy new clothes, new things, just again on a material level to make myself feel better. It wasn't, but you do it. Now, fast forward, like I'm obsessed. Like if I see a book in a charity shop, if I see a book online, and I'm like I just get to the point now where I'm like, I need a library. I want a library. I love books. I need to give myself more. Maybe it'll happen this month with it being more of an inwards energy, but yeah, to actually sit and to read. I can see you will get it. Yes. Okay, I'm gonna look that up. I always love a good book recommendation. That's exciting. There'll be a reason. Again, like you put it in the chat, there'll be a reason that will somehow for me to have a look at, or even someone else on the call might see that and they might get intrigued too. So that's really interesting. Jalicia, are you still on the chat, by the way? Jalicia, if you're there, let us know in chat. But yeah, I will look that up. I'm always on the lookout for new books. And I keep telling myself I've got 1 year now that I need to complete my book, because I want to publish a book out. Right, guys? I'm going to do it. I need to find an artist though. So that's what I'm on the lookout for, as an artist. I need someone to do the artwork in my book. I'm not fully sure how it works. But I do need to get an artist. If anyone's arty, I mean, feel free if you want to let me know. But yeah, Gemma said, yeah, she also loves books but needs to read them. Yeah, but I always say, look, it'll happen at the right time, because I've had some books sat there for ages and then you don't pick them up, and then out of nowhere you can pick them up, but it just it happens for you. Tanya, I'm not even gonna lie, I was kind of half thinking this when you showed me his thing the other day. I was like, he could be the one, because his stuff is next level. Okay, right, Tanya's son, oh my god, his artwork, guys, you have never seen I've never seen anything like it. He did it by hand and it looks like the most airbrush perfect version. Oh my god, like I feel like words can't even express how amazing it was what I saw. I was mind blown. Like, his stuff was incredible. And in the future, yeah, I want to like create my own deck of cards too. And you know, I'm low-key think you're reading my mind. I was low-key thinking like, maybe he could be the one I could get to commission it. I don't even know if that's the right saying, commission it, guys, but his stuff was insane. Like, I've never seen anything like it. Honestly, I haven't. But Jalicia, right, I'm just going to give you a quick card pull, okay? Doubts himself with that level of work. Guys, if you even saw it, yeah, no, he's so gifted. Okay, right, Jalicia, let's just get you a card, because I know you joined us late, but I feel like you need some messages, okay? Okay, girl. Oh, this one. You got the first card, Lady Nada. You got Heart Awakening. Awaken to acceptance and divine love. Give and receive in balance. Okay, let's get a deeper message on this. I'm just going to show you it. Beautiful card. Lady Nada. I feel like she definitely has goddess energy for sure coming through. Like just divine feminine energy, surrounded by all those beautiful flowers. Let me find her chapter. Oh my god. Where's she gone? There we go, I've got her. Let me hold that for you. So the cave of your heart is opening wide for you to experience divine love. You have an opportunity to overcome past pain, heartbreak, and letdowns. Okay, this is a wonderful time to cherish and love yourself, then allow yourself to be cherished and loved by others. So I always say this, look, we teach others how to love us by how we love ourselves. So heart thing is definitely a theme for you right now, healing that. Because if you can heal from those kind of past heart things, that's what will allow you to have new love come through for you. Have courage and move into a state of trust. You're reminded that when true love is present, when divine love is present, there are no obstacles to overcome it. It will be there, clear, pure, and real for you to experience. Your relationships are being brought into harmony on all levels of your life. Give and receive divine love with yourself and all those around you. Ah, she's an ascended master. Okay. Interesting. Oh my god, Gemma just counted it 7 flowers. See how the synchronicity are coming through, guys, tonight? Like, we set the theme as that 7 energy, and like it's coming through in all ways. So yeah, that means you got to trust the universe to allow you with that healing, Jalicia. Then the other, oh wow, this is one of my favorite. Look at the message with this. Faith, humanity, and benevolence. Stay calm, trust the good in yourself and others, see the light in the world. So that is just basically in a message in itself. It's telling you, you need to have faith right now, okay? So I know you've been challenged. You're probably going through some real challenges, but they want you to have faith. Stay calm and breathe. We were talking about breath earlier on the call too. You are a divine being of love who has done so much good in the world. You may be going through personal transformations and feel that you're not getting anywhere, but the Archangel Faith is drawing close to guide you beyond the limitations that your ego or fears have created for you. You may be trying to work out whom to trust. First, you have to trust yourself. Okay, trust yourself. When you do this and recognize that you are made of love, you will attract those who reflect that love and can enjoy energy, true friendships, loving relationships. Know that good is here to stay. So some really powerful messages for you, Jalicia. Let's just hold those up for you to see. You were taking notes. I resonate with the first one so far. Okay, SS has also said, Lady Nada, Lord of the 7 Rays. It's on YouTube. Ooh, 7 rays again. 7 energy, guys. My mind's about to blow. Okay, SS, maybe you can help me with this. So let me just hold her cards up. This rays, right? So do you know anything about the rays, or can you recommend anything on them? Because I was told once about being like having this blue ray energy. Okay, blue ray. But then I've tried to look into it a bit further, and I feel like it's really limited information on what's out there, because I know there's like, is it something to do with the 12 rays of light? I've kind of heard those kind of references, but the blue ray is kind of, I don't know if it's like linked to it or a bit different, but it's some type of thing. And you just mentioned the ray thing there, so I just wondered if you knew anything much more on the ray stuff. Rays, I'm guessing it's like translates to kind of like a form of energy basically, but in my other deck, which I've used on other lives, by Leanne and Michael McHale. I'm not quite sure how they pronounce that one, but oh my god, we used it on one of the other ones, Lemurian Star Child deck. The card in there, the Blu-ray being, and I'm sure because when she did my reading and my art before, she mentioned about the Blu-ray being energy, and then it came up to me after we must have done one of those lives, and like the card came out, and I was like, and I got really like into it, and I really wanted to learn more about it, but I know I should probably meditate on it, but there was like, there's not much information out there on it. There's little bits, but they weren't really, you know what I mean? But yeah, you just mentioned that, yeah, 7 ray thing. And I saw a few people on YouTube had done videos, but one thing I cannot stand on YouTube is AI. So most of these videos, I don't know how they're making it, but it's not a real person talking or like someone's real energy behind it. It's just like AI stuff messing it up. And I'm like, I can't connect because I feel like it's not genuine energy. Right, Jalicia, let's read. I resonate with both because recently I had a dream about Aphrodite helping me with love, and I'm going through a personal transformation and feel like I'm getting nowhere. Okay, so that was your message. You've got to keep your faith, and you are being really supported. And back to that, like the healing and the heart energy, because roses are symbolic of love too. And like SS said to you, Lady Nada, Lord of 7 Rays, it's on YouTube. Maybe that's just something to look into a bit more, because they obviously have some kind of relevance to you at the moment, but it's definitely coming through as a theme. Just know that you've been loved and supported through it, for sure at this time. Just give chat a moment to update. That water just tasted funny. That was my filter water too. So glad the animals have stayed asleep tonight. I think even the new moon energy hit them. Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna wait and see if SS is gonna type anything. And yeah, if anyone else has any questions, guys, just like let me know in chat, and then I'll wind it up. But yeah, that's another good thing with lives, is because like more people can join them, because even if you're like busy or doing something at home, or like, do you know what I mean, like you can be there without having to, you know, you can still benefit from being on the call. And I always say, like, when everyone joins and stuff, like healing energy and love, like it's always sent to people, because we're all connecting with like energy for our highest goods, and it just spreads. Like, even though we're not literally there to touch or see each other, but don't ever underestimate like the healing energy powers, like, for sure. Oh, and Jalicia, talking of the rose petals, I will share this with you. I always do this like with healing stuff anyway, but yeah, rose petals, Tanya, you'll know what I'm on about, with the petals. But yeah, if you ever have like a problem or something you want to heal, or even someone else, if you just want healing or peace with a situation, you could just write their name or healing for their highest good or whatever on the rose petal, light a candle, and the healing will get sent. It's a really powerful way. Like, it's just a little one of my little witchy kind of ritual things that I do. But yeah, so I used to always go through a phase of buying roses and having them in the house. Yeah, Gemma Pot, I don't know anything about the 7 rays either. I'll have to look into it. Yeah, it's a whole thing, this ray thing. Like, I was tempted to order some books on it online, but then when I looked on one of the woman's websites, I didn't really, I wasn't feeling her vibe too much. I don't know, it just seemed a bit like, I don't know how to say it without sounding funny on here, but I could be wrong. But when I looked on her website, it just seemed a bit like, I don't want to say, how can I say it? Like, you know, when, okay, I'll give you my example. This is my example. So look, this is a diverse deck of cards, okay? You've got beings from all different walks of life, all different cultures, yeah, all different backgrounds, races, religions, etc. Whereas when some people do their work, and granted it's what resonates, but I often see this in the spiritual world, which I don't like. No offense. Actually, I don't care about offense. Like, you see just these beings that are always like really fair skinned or blonde hair and like really angelic, and that's just what people always associate with like angelic stuff. Even in religion, right? Like if you're into religion, because I remember growing up, like I was brought up Catholic, right? And it would be like Mary, people just assume she's white, or Madonna, whatever. But we actually, like, well, I'm not religious now, but like my culture growing up, it's actually Black Madonna. Like that was the saint. Like, but I just feel like some people can get a bit like, they just see it as like one race or being, or that's all they like. I don't know, I don't like that, I'll be honest. So if you notice in my work or whatever, like I always try to be inclusive of everyone, or like every like woman, whatever you look like, whatever background, ethnicity, race, religion, etc., because you know, we're all human, we're all being. White didn't stem from white. It goes from black down to then, you know, that's the original, what I believe, like carbon beings. I believe that's how the world originally started, just saying. Not everyone's going to agree with that, but it's a thing. So when I was looking through one of these Ray books, Back to the Point, I just felt like on this person's website, it was just a bit like, I just got, and sometimes that's it, I can't put my finger on it, but it would be a vibe that this author or person was a bit, I'm not going to say the word racist, but like I just didn't like the vibe I was per se getting. But maybe they might have channeled some interesting information into that. But I don't like things that are just really one thing, because then I feel like you can't, it's not open to as many people, it's not as welcoming, and it's not as diverse. So yeah. Jalissa put, I like the rose tips, thanks. Tanya put, oh my god, you know how pink they were purple, now dried. Wait, what? Sorry, because Tanya's drying these rose petals for me. Oh yeah, your rose petals are dried out now and they smell nice. You just reminded me. So wait, you're telling me they were pink and now they've gone to purple? Have you just magically morphed and changed the colour onto them, Tanya? What the heck? How did they go from pink to purple? Like, yeah, she was drying rose petals for me. Because I will use them like in my intentions and my spell jars, even like that for the purpose of healing and stuff. So that's like super interesting. Ooh, okay, I need to see a picture. Well, I'll probably get them off you soon, so that'll be interesting. Ew. But yeah, I love just like, and I think yeah, what makes things well-rounded is like you can take, you know, we all have our own like beliefs or traditions or cultures, etc., but then like embracing, you know, others or learning from different, you know, different things can be really beneficial and helpful. Tony says she sent me a pic. Okay, that is amazing. Thank you so much. Okay, so SS hasn't responded to us on here, guys. So you kind of left us on a cliffhanger with the raise thing. Like, we did want to know more. But yeah, maybe she'll let us know. Maybe you let us know in the comments if you've had to go off and you watch it back or whatever. Just let us know in comments. Tanya put, no idea, went away for the night, come home and they're like that. Whoa, you got some mystical magical energy. You just worked on my rose petals. That's crazy. Oh my god, look, Mercury, look, she lost internet connection for a few minutes, so she missed it. Okay, you're back. We wanted you to come back because we were trying to ask you. I hope you can hear me. You mentioned Lady Nada, Lord of the Seven Rays, is on YouTube. Now, I was saying to you, I was interested in learning about this rays stuff as a topic because I didn't know much about it. And I've heard of that thing about the 12 rays of light or the beings, but I was trying to say I wanted to reference another live call I'd done about the blue ray beings and that energy, because that card came out for me and I've been told that some of that energy resonated with me before in a reading. So I wanted to learn more about the rays, and I was saying I was trying to find like a book or something where I could learn a bit more about it. Obviously I could meditate on it for sure. But yeah, if you knew anything more about any of those rays that you could share with us, we were interested. So I'm hoping your internet does not drop out. Look, if her internet drops out again and she doesn't hear about this, I feel like maybe the universe just don't want us to know right now. Well, it probably does, but it's going to give us the challenge of finding it. It's like, it's great knowledge, but we're just not going to let you find it that easily. So yeah, SS, if you can let us know anything more about the rays, in regards to that, like that 7 ray energy, whatever that ray energy thing as a whole, if you know any books on it, can you please let us know in chat? That's what we want to know about. But yeah, in that Lemurian Star Child Oracle deck that I had, they do talk about it a lot in there. Like there is an in-depth thing about it, but me being me, that wasn't enough for me. I really wanted to dig more into it. Yeah, I just wanted to go deeper, as usual. Like, surface level on it won't cut it for me. I just want to know way more. Okay, interesting. Look, as I'm talking about this card comes out. Paul the Veteran, experiencing grace. Share your gifts with grace. Waves of inspiration and love are coming to you. So that's a message to everyone, is to share, because I see this sometimes. People will know things, or they might have learned something or whatever, but then they don't like want to share it with others. And I'm like, what's that gonna take from you to share that with someone else? Like, you actually get greater blessings and better karma when you just share from your heart and your love space. Like, just like if I got something in a meditation, or, you know, I read something great and I'm like, oh yeah, I'll share that with people. Why not? It's not going to take anything away from me to credit someone else or to, you know, share something. It's actually going to help others too. And waves of love and inspiration, yeah. And when you can just relax your mind, sometimes that's when the inspiration comes. Like, I swear I've shown it you guys before anyway, but I've literally, oh my god, like a little book of inspirations and ideas. So like when I get like little downloads of information, like I just come write it in my book. So whether it's an idea I get for YouTube videos, which I have loads, but I haven't done them. And I feel like because I'm not posting a lot of videos at the moment like I used to on YouTube, like YouTube being YouTube, so I don't really like social media, they stopped my algorithm. Like my videos don't reach that many people. And then it's harder to get views or for people to view your content because they're not showing it as much. Whereas when you're more active on there, oh Margot, I need to go, thank you very much, blessings to all. Oh, great to connect with you. I will see you again soon in a few weeks. Bye. Thank you for being with us. Great to have you here, Margot. But yeah, and I feel like I want to do a lot more videos and post stuff, but because I haven't for ages, it's like they're not sharing my stuff as much, or they're not like recommending it as much, which does happen. It's like your algorithm. So maybe if I start posting more, it will, more people will reach it and it'll help them. So yeah, or like, yeah, if people can like or comment or share it, that's always really helpful. SS, okay, I think she's connected with the solar plexus, but she is the master of the sixth ray. Ooh, and I was referencing a video. El Mariah is also an ascended master. I'm sorry, not very helpful. Okay, see, this is what I want to dig into a bit more. So if anyone knows anything on it or can share anything on it, drop it in comments or email, whatever. But yeah, I want to learn more about these rays, because I feel like they could maybe be similar with the chakra energy or even like number energy. But yeah, these rays, this is what I want to learn about. I'm gonna have to find some good books on this, and it's always the way, like the really good books that share really good knowledge and wisdom, they're just not easy to get, or they stop printing them or circulating them, or internet don't allow us to show them. So, but yeah, that's what I want to learn more about, is these rays. But like I say, some channels I've seen online, if it's AI generated, I hate listening. But okay, well, I'm gonna make a note anyway and look it up. But you know a lot, all these different masters and things with the different rays. Interesting. So I feel like what I know, the different rays will correlate to like different areas or themes that they can help you with. Yeah, the cat toy just confirmed that because it made the noise again. But yeah, so like in my inspiration book anyway, I just write down loads of my inspirations that I get come through, ideas, even little card readings I might do for myself, set my intentions. That is a great thing to do on the new moon, guys. Just set your intentions, write them down. Yeah, I did a lot of pages, so I was getting 5 pages. I was getting pretty specific with the universe, but you got to get specific. You got to tell them what you want. So like if you're looking for love, if you're looking for a house, like if you're looking for a job, like get specific and tell them like things you want, things you don't want, things you're open to. SS, I'll let you know. I was already watching a video about another master, but I'll let you know later in the comment section. Okay, amazing. That would be great. Thank you so much. Because like I say, it's just an area I'm kind of intrigued with at the moment. So on that note, guys, I just want to thank everyone so much for joining me. I'm loving connecting with you all. It's amazing to have you all on the call, and wishing you, yeah, a great new moon. And I will do another live on the full moon, stay tuned. Make sure you sign up for like notifications, because then you'll get notified when it's going to be. I don't fully know how that works on YouTube, but look it up to get notifications. So then if I post anything, or if I post about lives, then you will get the update when that's going to be. But yeah, it'll be around the time of the full moon this month. So, and I hope all this information is helpful. You can watch it back, especially like the first half an hour, 40 minutes. That's when we went through a lot of the themes like for this month and the 7 energy. So hopefully, guys, I hope I haven't bored you to death by the end of it, but I've been loving connecting with you all. I really appreciate you all, no matter where you are in the world. Like, thank you for finding my channel, and yeah, I pray that I can continue to help you on your path and your journey. Sending everyone like lots of love, lots of healing, good vibes, upliftment. I love you all. I'm in a really loving energy right now. That's unusual for me. I don't want to get emotional, but it's been great. Gemma says, thank you again so much for your time and energy. You're so welcome. It's amazing to have you. I'm going to connect with you later in the month. I cannot wait. Tanya, thank you so much for your time. You are so welcome. Thank you for everything you do. And yeah, guys, have an amazing night. Well, it's evening time here in the UK, so I'm going to go chill. I think I'm going to do that bath that we talked about. Something like that. It's going to be SS. Thank you so much. You're so welcome too. Love the emojis, especially that little heart one that goes around. I love that one because it's just like infinite, isn't it? But yeah, be here for the full moon one. Cannot wait. That's going to be a bit more up energy and upbeat, and we'll see what themes are coming through, and we'll do a little check-in of how this month has gone for everyone. But yeah, stay grounded, enjoy life. Can't wait to help more of you. Okay, bye guys.